All right. Back again, back again, back again, back again. So, I really don't never do this, but I'm going to do it today. Um, this video is going to be in response to everything that I see taking place online. There is a lot of people bashing the quote unquote conscious community right now. Bashing it, going in. This is their time right now. This is their time right now. This is their time right now. This is the moment. This is the moment that they're all been waiting for right now. All right? And I'm about to decode and clarify all of this right now. Okay? And I got a couple bones to pick. I just watched a video um, with the sister and the brother, and they were basically making a reaction video or commenting on some Nature Boy stuff as it pertains to a situation that he did, an isolated situation, and another situation, a young pharaoh, something that he said, and he talked about another isolation situation. And the first thing that I want to say is that, listen, you cannot take the actions of these people and put them on the whole. All right? You can't do that. And what I'm going to explain to you today is that what you don't know is that you don't have a leg to stand on. You don't. You don't have a leg to stand on. Because if these guys are bad guys, because I'm not here to speak about them. This is not what this is about. This is not about them. This is about you. I'm not here to speak about them. Because you know why? Humans are going to do human things. You watch somebody long enough, you're going to see human come out of them. Okay? Not saying that it's normal for somebody to just do some belligerent, wild, weird things. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying is that people do make mistakes. How bad those mistakes are, that's up to that person. But people are going to do things in their life that they do regret. And I don't know I'm not saying that they regret anything that they do, but what I'm saying is that people are human. People are going to make mistakes. People are going to make errors. So this is normal. All right? This is normal. But you can't see what happened is this is really what happened. All right? So this is what happened. Because of the internet, a lot of information that people wasn't able to get, it was able to be put online. And this information that was put online was that the truth about religions. Okay? Because prior to what you call the conscious community, prior to that, people would still sleep and they thought that the Bible was real. They thought that the Bible was real. And when they found out that the Bible wasn't real, oh, it hurt them so bad. It hurt them so bad. And people are very but hurt because their Bible is not real. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The Bible isn't real. It isn't. At least not in the aspect of an accurate historical history book. And if you ever come across anyone, I don't care how good that they teach. If you ever come across anyone who wants to prove to you that the scriptures is an accurate historical timeline, you better haul ass away from them. Because the truth is, it was never supposed to be taken literally. Okay? But I'm going to come back to that. Now let me go back to where I was. I'm going to come back to that, but let me go back to where I was. But see, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. So people are having the time of their life banging on the conscious community right now because of Brother Polight and young Pharaoh and I guess Nature Boy. They're having the time of their life right now because it's all adding to the fuel to the fire, and people are saying, look, I told y'all this, I told y'all that. All of that Hotep stuff this, all of that Hotep stuff that. I told you, that ain't, you know. So, let me tell y'all something what the conscious community really is. I'm the conscious community. I'm the conscious community. Come and disprove me. Come and disprove me. I'm the conscious community. Because see, what the conscious community is a group of people who is trying to teach your ass. Who is trying to wake your ass up. And you mad about it. Now, one thing that I could say about young Pharaoh and Nature Boy is that, first of all, I don't follow them. So I have seen their videos, but I haven't seen everything that they do. I don't watch them like that. Because most of the time, I'm on YouTube. You know what I mean? I really don't deal too much on Instagram. And it seems like that's where they really doing their thing at. And I'm not really on the gram like that. You dig what I'm saying? But what I see in them is something that I see in myself. And that's somebody who loves to learn and wants to teach. Wants to give back the information that they're obtaining. That's what I see inside of them. And I remember the first time that I seen them dudes, well, it was one of the first times that I seen them dudes was when they came on Sinetter's channel. And I remember feeling like I should be there. But on top of that, you know, I remember Nature Boy at the end, he was telling everybody, like, look, we need to get up out of here. We need to be going back to Africa. And they was banging on him because of that. And I didn't understand it. I was like, damn, that's ain't that pretty much true? So I didn't understand that. But I never even knew that was that same person. When I seen his later videos, I didn't even know that was the same person. But that's something that I never forgot. But, you know, I'm not really here to talk about them or talk about their character or nothing like that. What I'm really here to talk about is, because I don't really know them, what I'm really here to talk about is all of these people that's really trying to bang on the conscious community. You know what I'm saying? And for one, there really is no conscious community. You know what I'm saying? You just got people who are becoming aware of truths that y'all is mad about. Because there is no conscious community, man. There is no. And let me tell y'all something. it's a problem when people see this media thing is a double-edged sword, because it's cool when people can come on here and drop some knowledge, but it's dangerous how people can come on here and misinform you. Because I watched the video and these people didn't know Jack nothing that they didn't know nothing that they was talking about. Nothing. They didn't know nothing. They didn't know nothing. And I'm like, man, are you serious? I wasn't mad about who they was talking about, because I don't really care about that. But I am mad that they was banging on Egypt, and they was banging on so-called people who got love for Egypt, because I got love for the history as it pertains to Egypt. All right? I do. Because that's what set me on the path. My love for Egypt. That's what set me on the path. So, yeah. I'm the conscious community. I'm the conscious community. And they was arguing that, oh, Egypt can't tell you nothing about what's going on today. Only the Bible can do that for you. Only the Bible can do that. Egypt can't do that, and Egyptology this, and Egyptology that. Family, do you know that the Bible is plagiarized? Where do you think the stories come from? Where do you think the stories come from? They come from Egypt. They just took the stories and rewritten them. It was just passed down through the ages. Just about every sacred scripture was found. Where? Where was it found at? Where was your holy book found? Egypt. That's where it was found at, family. Let me stop playing with y'all. That's where it was found at. Just about every sacred scripture was found in Egypt or Babylon. So when you're dealing with the Bible, okay, when you're dealing with the Bible, they're stories of older stories. They're remakes of older stories. So you can't compare the Bible to Egypt, because the Bible is Egypt. And it's not real, factual stories. And it was never meant to be. And so until somebody came along and declared that it was. But it was never meant to be. People are not that stupid to believe that somebody struck a rock and split the what was it, the sea? So do we got to go through the esoteric and the exoteric thing again? I mean, because that's what I'm teaching on my channel. That's what I've been teaching. That's what I've been talking about this whole time. But for some reason, I can't seem to gain no traction. Maybe people just not interested into the truth. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the truth is not that interesting. It was never meant to. See, do y'all want me? See, I'm gonna lift the veil right now. I'm gonna lift the veil right now. Y'all want me to lift the veil? Y'all want me to lift the veil? Y'all want me to drop the bomb on this whole thing? Y'all want me to drop the bomb on this whole thing? Y'all want me to lift the veil? I'm gonna lift the veil right now. I'm gonna lift the veil right now. I'm gonna lift the veil right now. Okay? I'm gonna lift the veil right now. I'm gonna lift it right now. So when y'all banging about Egypt and the Bible and all of that, you know what keep that fight going? You know what keep that conversation going? It's because you don't know that it's not supposed to be taken literally. And maybe the person that's banging on it know that you don't know. So they understand it ain't no way that you could ever substantiate or validate what's written in it. Because it's not supposed to be validated, because it's a deeper meaning behind it. It's not a literal meaning. And if you're looking for a literal meaning, you damn near stupid. And they laughing they ass off at you. And they think that you dumb as hell. That's the truth. So if everybody knew the truth and knew that these stories are not supposed to be taken literally, meaning it's not an actual factual story, then what would the argument be? What would the argument be? The problem is y'all don't know that that's a mythology. And because of that, you really can't get the greatest teaching from it. But what I will say, if somebody bring enough information to you to let you know that it is something there to show you that this can't be a literal story, then maybe that will push you into looking for the deeper meaning and what's really trying to be said. Let me give you an example. I remember one time I was helping my child with his homework, and the homework was pertaining to a map. And you know, when you look at a map, you have the thing, I think it's called the key, if that's what it's called. If it's not, excuse me. I think it's called the key, and it gives you the definition of every symbol, because the symbols on the map, it tells you what that symbol is. You don't have the key to that book. You don't know the real meanings. And y'all really don't know what the book is. So I find it odd that people want to bang on the so-called conscious community. And I only take offense to it because the so-called conscious community, in the hotep derogatory context that it's used, because somebody learned about their ancient history that they wanted to take away from us and cover up and say it was them. Well, if it's so bad, then why they want to say that it's them and not us? Why they want to claim it for themselves if it's so bad? I mean, I could prove it to you. If you need me to prove, I mean, I could prove it to you. I could prove it to you. I could prove it to you. Where we at? See, I don't want to make this too long, man, but give me a second, because I'm going to prove it to you. I'm prove it to you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Who they showing building them pyramids? Who they got building them pyramids? Yeah. Yeah, everybody wanna say they built them pyramids. Them stories not real. They mean something different. You ain't got the key. Ain't no damn Israelites build no pyramids. Okay? Anybody can tell you that. If you don't know that right now, I don't even think you should be talking on camera. If you don't know that, you shouldn't even be talking on camera. Now, Egyptology is not all that great when it comes to information on Egypt. The best information that you can get on Egypt is probably from independent researchers. Mostly. All right? So the conscious community is a group of people who started to come into the knowledge of these truths and was searching for information and getting it from people who was basically presenting it. And, you know, people are people. You're going to have bad people. There's bad people in Christianity. There's been bad pastors. People did all type of stuff. No matter what walk of life you're from, people are going to do bad things. There's bad people, and no matter what you are in. But you can't blame the whole genre on a couple people. Listen, YouTube show y'all what they want to show y'all. I'm convinced. YouTube show you what they want to show you. I'm convinced. I've been said it. They show you what they want to show you. Okay? They show you what they want to show you. So, how can you talk about a character of some people and refer that to the whole community when the community is just a bunch of people who came into the awareness of some truths, basically as it pertains to their religion? And y'all mad about that because you want to stick with that religion. You have a romance about it, and you don't want to get over it. Maybe you are invested in that religion, but the truth about it is you don't have to let the religion go. That's what I've been teaching on my channel. But you should know the truth. Just because the stories aren't real stories and didn't really happen, that doesn't mean that it's still not something that you can study and gain wisdom and knowledge from and still guide you as it pertains to your everyday living. That's not what that means. But it does put things into proper perspective. You can't even, like, if you don't really know the history of the book, if you don't know the history of that book and the true history of that book, then you shouldn't be talking on camera. And you really can't get the real knowledge from it if you don't have the historical facts as it pertains to the book. The Bible isn't just one book. It's stories that they just put together. Them stories was created at different times. They just put them all together. It's a compilation. and was served to you on a platter, and you think it's the end all be all. That's your problem. You think that that book is the end all be all, and it's not. It's not. It's not the end all be all. And if you can get over that, you will be all right. But it's not the end all be all. It's not. It's some stories that manifested from way older stories. Okay? Because the truth of the matter is that new people came into power and essentially really didn't have nothing of their own. And they were standing on the knowledge of the people that came before them. But they didn't want to give them credit. So they had to rewrite it. So all these stories is passed down. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Christianity is so Egypt. If you really got the information, and if you really had the facts, and if you really, really, really knew, Christianity is so Egypt, it will make you sick to your stomach. When I realized how Christianity is all Egyptian, it made me have love for Christianity. I said, damn, because that's how much I loved Egypt. I said, damn, I really can't dislike it all that much because it's so Egyptian. It hasn't even been brought out yet how Egyptian Christianity is. Nobody has never really talked about that. And that's something that people don't want to talk about because maybe people can come to an understanding if they really figured that part out. I'm just saying. So, you can't talk about nobody's character. You can't talk about nobody's character, right? When you not checking the character of the people who brought you your book. See, now look, I got all these books. Why do I keep telling y'all to get this book? If you're not going to get this book, and if you're not going to read it from cover to cover, okay, please just be quiet. Now, I have other books that I could tell you that you probably should read and you can get information from. But this is one of the best books, okay? I'm not saying it's the end all be all. It's not going to tell you everything. One thing that I don't like about this book is that they don't talk about the Moors. They just you know, it's not their job to talk about the Moors, but when they talk about the Islamic world, they just call it the Islamic world, all right? But that's one of the downfalls of this book. They don't get detailed when they're talking about the Islamic world in here. But this book, you need to read it. And you need to get these facts. And you need to get an understanding of what the hell is going on and what the hell is taking place and why it took place and how it took place. You need to read this book. You need to read this book. I mean, it's only about a 600-page book, you know. But, you know, you could do it. You could do it. But if you're not going to pick up this book and you're not going to read this book, please just be quiet. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Just be quiet, family. Just be quiet. Oh, yeah. And one of the authors is a Christian, too. Okay? He openly admits that he's a Christian. He openly admits that he's a Christian. So, get this book. Get this book. And you won't be dissatisfied. I promise you. Read this book all the way, then come back and holler at me. Then come back and holler at me. Read that book all the way, then come back and holler at me. So the conscious community, man, is just a group of people who come to truth about religions, and people that still stuck in those religions are mad about it. That's really all it is. So don't be mad because you want to stay stuck in a certain mind frame. Don't be mad at that. Don't be mad at that. All right? And so, you know, I was very angry. I'm glad I kind of calmed down, you know, before I decided to respond to the stuff that I'm seeing, because it's really just ridiculous, man. It's really just ridiculous. And I see a lot of people commenting on young Pharaoh. And I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't comment on young Pharaoh. Because if he made $2 million in 1 year, he obviously knows something that I don't. So I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. I ain't tripping. I'm taking notes. You know something. You know something. So I don't know if y'all aware that he may be entertaining you. I don't know if y'all aware of that. He may be entertaining you. I don't know. I can't say, but I'm just saying.